Welcome back to Financial Freedom. I'm Yvonne Davis, and this is my channel where I talk about all things related to financial freedom, retiring early, doing work you love, and retirement lifestyle. So today I'm going to talk about one specific passive income stream. And one of the things that is super important if you want financial freedom is to create multiple streams of income, especially passive residual streams of income. Okay. And all of these require some work up front to get them going, and then they can pretty much take over for themselves. That's why they're passive residual. So the opportunity I'm going to talk about today is a stock trading app called Webull. And just to be clear here, well, I'll show you on my phone because basically you can use the app on your phone. It's super easy and you can download it. You can also download the desktop app, and I'm using both now. So I'll show you really quickly the where the link takes you. So basically, go to the description box below this video and you'll find a link that says Webull invitation, and it'll take you to this page. And so what I want to do is I want to talk a little bit about Webull and my own personal experience and what I've learned from this, so that you can, have some knowledge and decide if this is something you're interested in doing for passive income. All right, so the first thing I want to say is I have never been big on investing in the stock market because when I was, this is about 20 years ago, when I first earned my paralegal certificate and started working for a law firm, an intellectual property law firm, and I was making a lot more money than I'd been making before, so I wanted to invest some of it. I thought that would be the really smart, wise thing to do. So I bought two $2,500 mutual funds from my bank, and that was fine. And then I thought I'll be even more investment savvy, and I'll open an account with Charles Schwab. So I did, and I invested $5,000 in a mutual fund. Again, I was buying mutual funds because I figured that was a way to diversify. So I thought it was being really smart. Well, turned out there were a few pieces of information that I could have really used and did not have, which was that shortly after I opened my account with Charles Schwab, I discovered through a letter they sent me that I would not be able to invest anymore with them because I didn't have a good enough credit rating. And on top of that, you could only avoid their quarterly fees if you had at least $10,000 invested. So I was in a really bad spot at that moment. Honestly, looking back on it, I wish I had just withdrawn immediately. I wish I had just sold my mutual fund immediately when I discovered that, because although ultimately it was my responsibility, but they never bothered to tell me that this was going to happen, that I had to have $10,000 to avoid the fees, and that, oh, by the way, now that you've opened your account with $5,000, we're not going to let you invest anymore to get to $10,000 because we don't think your FICO score is high enough. And, I wasn't even going to invest on margin or anything, but that didn't matter to them. So that put me in a bind. Then we had a stock market crash. It was the tech stock crash, which was around 99 and 2000. And then also another crash after 9/11. And so the stocks were going down, 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 down in the mutual fund. And I was losing money that way. And then I started, to have to also pay the quarterly fees to Charles Schwab, which were $25 per quarter. And then, as time goes by and the stock market continues to go down, Charles Schwab raised their fees to $45 a quarter. At that point, I had left my paralegal job in order to become self-employed, and I needed the money anyway, so I was just tired of it, and I finally sold my mutual funds. But at that point, I ended up losing half of the value. I lost 5,000 of the total 10,000 I invested, half with my bank and half with Charles Schwab. So that put a pretty sour taste in my mouth about, you know, investing. And plus the fact that I realized, you know, there's a lot of sharks out there and I didn't know what I was doing. And just so many other things that really turned me against investing in the stock market, and also the fees, you know. So I just thought I want safe investments. So let me just be clear about this. I like safe investments, okay? I really don't like to risk my capital, my hard-earned capital. So I was, you know, I didn't jump into this Webull thing right away. I definitely wanted to take some time to think about it and explore it and so on and so forth. But finally I thought, well, I'm going to give it a try, because what I like about Webull is that you only need $100 to invest, okay? And I was able to sign up when there was a promotion for 2 free stocks. 1 free stock for opening your account, and then after you deposit 100 within 30 days, another free stock. So the first one was $3 and something. The second free stock was Levi, and it was 12 something. It was 13, give or take, you know, $13 give or take. And so right off the bat, I ended up getting probably around $17 just for signing up with my $100. So that was pretty cool. And then the stock market was going up, and it got all the way, the value got all the way up of my $100. And my 2 free stocks got all the way up to $120.80. So that was a 20.8% return on investment, like really fast. So I was pretty happy about that. And yes, there is a little bit of an, you know, initial setup to get your account going. But I thought it would be super easy, like just click on the link and I'm done. But I needed to, and this will be true for you too, if you decide to set up a Webull account, needed to give proof of identity and then link to my bank account so I could transfer the $100. So it didn't happen immediately, but I did get the $100 invested within a week. And like I said, you know, right off the bat, I had a 20.8% return on investment. So that was pretty cool. Since then, the stock market has gone down, and but still I'm way ahead of the game because of those 2 free stocks. My initial $100 is still hovering between $116 and $117. And I also looked at the historic path of the stock market, and the stock market since its inception has always gone up. Yes, there have been major crashes like 1929, 1987, 2008, and then March 2020, some pretty severe crashes, and yet it's always gone up. And as it turns out, right now, the stock market, the Dow Jones is at 27,000, some 700 points or 900 points, something like that. And the all-time high before it went down in March 2020 was 29,000, some 700 to 900 points. And so basically it's about 2,000 points away from its all-time high. And so it recovered very quickly this year, the stock market did. And I do think that there will probably be another dip or possibly a crash, because as an astrologer, I've been predicting that we'll have some political and economic instability later in the year with the elections. And so if you haven't seen those videos, you can go over to my astrology channel. The link is down below in the description. And you can, understand why I'm saying that. So that will probably have an impact on the stock market. So we may see another dip or possibly crash in the stock market because of that. But my own thinking about this, and this isn't a financial investment, I'm just sharing with you what my decisions have been and my experience and why I'm making those decisions. And you can do whatever you want. If you're interested, you can click on the link in the description box below and give it a try. But what I was thinking was, first of all, it's virtually, from my perspective, a no loss opportunity, because it's only $100 and I'm not going to sell low. So, I'll just hold on to it and build a little nest egg there. And I'm not going to, sell. I'm not here to be a scalper or a day trader. I'm not here to trade on margin or buy options or anything like that. I just want to create a safe little nest egg that will grow over time and make a better return than inflation or my current bank accounts, which pay virtually nothing. So that's why, I decided it was a safe investment. Plus the fact that I wanted to learn how to use this and learn a little more about the stock market instead of just being afraid of the stock market because I had a bad experience 20 years ago. And I thought, I would easily pay $100 for a workshop. So that's the way I decided to view it. It's like, okay, I'm going to take this little workshop for myself, and I'm a very kinesthetic learner. So I can teach myself. I don't actually even consider myself all that tech savvy. And yet, for the most part, in a fairly short period of time, I managed to figure my way around the phone app. And I managed to figure my way around the desktop app. That's hard to say. And, enough that I can function. And as I continue to use it, I'll learn more, and I'll probably maybe even do some tutorials and maybe even teach some tutorials on this web channel. So, and I will share with you my ongoing experience with this. So anyway, I saw it as a no loss situation because I'm not going to sell my stocks low. I'll just wait it out, because the stock market will eventually go back up even if it goes down. But then there was a question of, well, why now? Why not just wait until after the crash if I think there's going to be another one? And that was part of my thinking, because in my mind, I thought, well, I want to take advantage of that low point, buying in at that low point. And so instead of waiting until after it happens, I'm set up now. I've got my account going. I figured out how to use it. I actually even deposited another $100, so I've got $200 in there now. And even when the stock market dipped just recently, I only lost 85 cents of my $200 investment. That doesn't include the 2 free stocks I got, which puts me well above my initial investment. I'm still, over $16 ahead just because of that. But even just on my 200 that I invested, I only lost 85 cents. And out of the 13 stocks I bought, 5 of them went up. So over a third of my stock choices went up. So I'm actually having a pretty good experience. But then the other thing was that I wanted to be ready for that next fall in the stock market. Okay, no matter how much it is. It might be a small dip, it might be a crash. I don't know exactly how far down it'll go, but I just wanted to be ready. I wanted to be set up with my account, be fluent in using the apps, have some money in the account ready to go. And then when that crash comes, then I'll be ready to get some bargain basement prices on these stocks, and just ride it up, because it's going to go up again. Like I said, it's still got another 2,000 points before it even reaches its high point. So I'm going to ride it up, and I'm looking forward to it. So I would be curious to hear if any of you give this a try. Share with me your experience in the comments below. Let me know what you think of it. Have you tried it before? And if you have, let me know what your experience has been, if you like it. Or if you decide to click on that link in the description box below and set up an account, let me know what you think of it and what your stock trading experience is with the Webull app, and if you like it, or any questions that you have, and so we can kind of share our experience with each other. So like I said, you know, I found it to be pretty easy. I don't even consider myself all that tech savvy, but I found it pretty easy to jump through that hoop and get my account set up and learn how to use the app on my phone and learn how to use the app on my laptop now. And I'll probably download it to my PC computer as well, and learn how to use these apps and learn a little more about stock trading. And oh, I should share one more thing with you, except that it looks like I don't have it handy at the moment. I was gonna, I'm gonna do a stock trading journal where I'll actually track the stocks that I'm buying and how much I'm paying for them and what date, and see how they do over time, so that as a way of learning, because I think that's one of the biggest issues in stock trading, is that a lot of people actually don't know what they're doing. And that's why I really wanted to learn. I wanted to dip my toe in and be able to learn what I'm doing in a safe way, and also to not have all those fees, you know. And that's another thing I like about Webull is that you don't have to pay all those fees that you do if you invest like with Charles Schwab or some other institution. So yeah, just check it out. Click on the link below and try it out and get your free stock, and then let me know what you think and if you have any questions. And I would love to continue this journey with you and share my experiences and what I'm learning and hear what you're learning, okay? All right, so I hope that was helpful. Again, whatever you decide to do, remember that if you want financial freedom, there are 3 things that you absolutely have to do. You have to get your spending under control and pay off debt, so you're not wasting money on interest payments every month. And you need to move into doing work that you love. Unless you're retired, then of course that doesn't necessarily matter. And then thirdly, invest in passive residual streams of income, multiple streams of passive residual income. So this is one opportunity, and I hope you'll give it a try and let me know what you think of it. All right, that's it for today, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.